This is Natural Powerlifting Radio. Deadlifts, chicken nuggets, video games. This is Check My Total, a powerlifting podcast with Timothy Payne and Andrew Hinson.
And we're live, ladies and gentlemen, with another episode of Check My Total. And this episode is going to be interesting because this is the first time this has ever happened. Timmy is on all the drugs. And he's got a kidney stone. So we'll see if he makes it through this whole podcast.
I don't think I'm loopy. I think I'll be okay.
So we'll see how that goes. And we got the one and only Brandon Arthur. From what I was seeing, seems like a pretty strong man.
I don't know about all that.
So, Brandon, how old are you right now?
I'm 24 right now.
All right. So, you in the big boy weight.
Yeah.
Well, not weight class, but age division.
Yeah, just came out of the juniors.
Rip the juniors.
Yeah.
Can only stay there so long.
Was September your last meet?
No, I was 24 in September too, but my last meet as a junior was April at Belmont.
All right.
Okay, cool. So, like, are you out of school and stuff?
Yep, I graduated. I think it's coming up on 3 years. It was in 2016.
Oh, cool. Where'd you go to school at?
I started out at Western Carolina. I did my freshman year there, and I transferred to UNC Charlotte and finished out the 3 years there.
Cool.
Yeah.
What'd you do in college?
I majored in criminal justice, and I had a minor in psychology.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
That is cool.
Yep.
Have you landed any kind of job with that yet?
Right now I work for Wells Fargo. I'm on their analytics team for the fraud department. So I'm not really using my degree. I'm doing more analytics than anything.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
It's fun.
Do you even want to use it since you're already hooked up how to play stuff?
Well, I used it for 1 year. I was with Wells Fargo still, but I was actually finding the fraud. So I guess I was using it for about 11 months. I was catching the people committing the fraud on their credit cards.
Hey.
That sounds pretty fun. I mean,
it was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Did you ever find someone with some crazy purchase?
Oh, all the time. All the time.
What's one of your top crazy purchases you've seen?
That was about 2 years ago. I can't really think of any off the top of my head, but they used to come through all the time.
So is it just large amounts of money coming out too quick? Or?
Yeah. The card being used in somewhere the person's never been, things like that.
Okay.
That's cool. That's pretty neat.
It was a cool gig.
How did you get started in powerlifting?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I started lifting when I was about 12, 13. My dad got me into it, and I really didn't start powerlifting until I was 17. I did my first competition when I was 17. I was a bench press only guy for about a year, and then I seen everybody else squatting and deadlifting, and I decided I wanted to hop into full power.
So, did your dad lift back in the day?
Yep. He never really power lifted, but he was a strong dude for quite a while. And I played football, baseball, and I threw shot put. So all strength sports. I was always in the weight room working out a little bit. And towards graduation, I realized I was way too short to play college football. So I figured I'd go with powerlifting.
How tall are you?
I'm about 5'7", but I played center and offensive guard, so way too tiny to play in college.
What would you play in baseball?
Third base and first base. I played baseball up until I was about 17.
How far did you throw the shot?
I was horrible at it because I threw it just like a baseball. My shoulder would come out and everything.
Oh, man.
I think my best I threw 41. And I threw a discus too, and that That was just hilarious. I think I threw it like 75 feet, not far at all.
I ain't got a clue.
It's just a frisbee. It's like 3 pounds, but it's all about form. It's one of those sports where strength is just half of it.
And you gotta like twirl around in a circle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, shot put's a lot like that too.
Yep.
But what weight class do you generally compete in powerlifting?
I've competed across a couple of them. I've done 275 before, and I've done 242. The main one I competed in is 220, and I'm actually trying to get down to 198 right now for the April competition.
Oh.
Yeah.
So where are you sitting at right now?
I woke up this morning at 213.
Hey.
That's not bad.
So I'm coming down. I started dieting a little bit right after Christmas.
Yeah.
So, and I started out at like 235. So it's slowly coming down. As long as it keeps it going how it is, I should be around 198 come April.
Do you want to get down to 198, or do you want to like get 205 and water cut?
I would like to do 205 and water cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think you should get there.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You got any goals you want to do at 198?
I would like to try to bench what I have at 220 at 198. That'd be pretty cool. But
what's your best bench at 220?
my best bench was in the USPA at 220, and I did 451.
Dang.
That's good.
That was a long time ago, though. Back when I was healthy and just training in college, and didn't have a full-time job and all that.
Man, yeah, your time gets taken up with jobs.
Yeah, it does.
Well, what'd you do on Instagram the other day? 410 for a double?
Yeah, I did 410 for a double. That felt pretty good. The first rep was really quick, but the second one, I misgrooved it really bad.
So I'd say you're probably sitting around 430 or something right now.
Yep, that's what I'm hoping.
What's your best lifts that you've hit in competition?
In competition, I was 220. My best squat, it was in a APA meet. I did 661 in wraps.
Oh.
And I did 601 in sleeves in a USPA competition. My best bench at 220 is 451, and that was in a USPA competition. My best deadlift's my Achilles heel. I've done 578 at 220, and that was also in a USPA competition.
Okay, so what's the highest total that you've gotten at?
1670 in reps.
Okay.
Yep.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, that was at 220, and then I went through a year where I was battling some problems with my like glute right where the piriformis is, and it was seizing up on me every time I would go to squat. It did that for about solid, I'd say 15 months before I could finally get back into squatting heavy and deadlifting heavy. So I think that really took a toll on me.
When did that happen? When did that first flare up?
That was probably 2017. Because my last good competition that I think that I've had was in 2016, right when I graduated college, and then I was fighting a few injuries for about a year, and now some things are starting to come around. I'm still fighting a few nagging injuries, but nothing to really keep me out of the gym, kind of like the piriformis one did.
Yeah.
Did you mess yourself up playing football or baseball?
No, I was pretty healthy playing football and baseball. I had a few concussions, but no problems up there.
That's
Not
normal,
yet,
right?
anyways. Right?
Yeah, just a few concussions. Ain't no big deal. Wow. Well, that's pretty good. I know a lot of people that came out of football a lot more beat up than that.
Yep. So do I.
Oh man.
So,
yeah, that football stuff, man. That will jack you up.
Yeah, it will.
If you stay in it long enough.
Yep. Yeah, my whole football time, I kind of wish I would have just stuck with baseball and focused on that more. But I think if I did that, I wouldn't have found powerlifting kind of like I did.
Did you have any people on your football team that did powerlifting?
We had one kid. He came in. I was a senior. He was a sophomore, and he kind of got me into it too. He showed me all the rules. At the time, I was competing USAPL, and they're pretty strict about keeping your feet flat and wrapping your thumbs, and they got a little bit longer pause sometimes. So he showed me all of that, and that was really my first big competition. I went in, had no idea what I was doing, but it was a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, that's how it should be. You don't know what you're doing, but you have fun.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
My first one was a bench press only, and they had a rule at the time: if you were brand new, you could wear shorts and a short sleeve T-shirt. I think IBP does that too. And I went out there with a black T-shirt and black shorts, and everybody else had on their nice singlets, and I was just like, what did I get myself into?
How did you find out about Iron Boy?
I was just trying to find a local meet, and I Googled it, and Iron Boy popped up. I was on the website looking around, and I like Iron Boy a lot because you get to choose your song that you come out to lift to. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know any other federation that lets you do that.
We don't either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the only one.
Right? It's awesome.
Well, we appreciate that. I'm glad you found us, man.
Oh, yeah.
But
and a bunch of good people, too. I've made a lot of friends through Iron Boy.
We try to be family friendly.
Yeah.
But hearing your total, man, it sounds like you're going to try to go after Elite in April.
Yeah, I'm hoping for it. I'm fighting a little bit of a adductor problem right now, so my squat may not be where it needs to be, but I'm hoping my deadlift can come around. Deadlift training has been going pretty good, unlike normal, so hopefully my deadlift can help out where my squat's probably not going to be.
You can just bench 500 pounds.
I wish. I wish.
I mean, because if you go down to 198, and if your bench doesn't fall too much, like even if it falls a little bit, and you still do like 405 or like 415,
yep,
and like you pull like 570, 580, I mean, you only have to squat like what? Is that even? Do you even have to squat 500?
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe if I'm still having some adductor problems, I would like a 525 squat and like a 420 bench, and if I pull like 550, I think that's right at Elite.
What were your numbers, Andrew?
What were mine? I think I was a 535 squat, a 370 bench, and a 580 deadlift, 585. I don't know.
Okay.
580, 585, something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, because if you take 40 pounds, put it on your bench press, you can take that off your squat. So I don't even think you have to do a 500 squat.
Hey, I got the math. Yeah, if you do a 410 bench, a 560 deadlift, you only got to squat 515.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Cool. And I did a pretty heavy squat the other week, and it didn't hurt too bad. I did 495 for one in sleeves. So I'm hoping if I throw on some good reps, I can probably hit that 515.
Oh yeah. I think
so. Is that the way you like to train? Stay in your sleeves as long as possible?
Yeah, I train in sleeves up until I'm probably about 6 weeks out, and then I'll throw on the wraps.
Yeah, those wraps are painful.
Yeah, which I need to order some new ones. I think I'm going to get those Lily Bridge wraps that Pioneer Fitness makes. Those are pretty nice. I think Michael Burleson wears those.
Yep, I think him and John Allen. I think a lot of people wear those.
Yep.
We've heard a lot of good stuff about them.
Yeah.
I've never messed with them.
Yeah, right now I've got the Strangulators. I've had those for like 3 years. They're kind of worn out.
Strangulators?
Yeah, the old ATP Strangulators.
Oh, wait, are those the white? Are they white?
They're gray and black. They're the ones that Andriy Milanichev squatted his world record in.
I know. I know which ones you're talking about.
Those things hurt.
Or with a name like Strangulator.
Right? When I first got them and I hit a few big squats in them, they cut the back of my knees up. They were bleeding and bruised.
Oh, man. So do you wrap your own knees or you get someone else to do them?
If I have someone to wrap my knees, I normally like to have someone wrap my knees. But if I gotta wrap my own knees, then I just go ahead and do it. I probably won't get as many revolutions wrapping my own knees as someone else would, though.
Yeah.
But for a competition, do you bring somebody with you?
I normally try to. I don't think I've not been able to the past two that I've done with Iron Boy, though.
Is Grayson still lifting?
He's not really been lifting too much.
Man.
I'm trying to talk him into doing the April meet. I know he still really wants to pull that state record.
Yeah.
And he's still got like 2 more years to do it. So I think I know. I think he was pretty close in Monroe. I think he was only like 20 pounds off.
Yeah, that's not bad. Especially if he's still been deadlifting at least.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's kind of one of those people that are built for deadlift. He's really tall and he's got those long arms. And I'm kind of like, Michael, I can hardly fit my hands in my pockets.
Hey, but that's why you got that big bench press.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, that's why Michael's got one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. These stubby arms, man.
To roll back to your deadlift real quick, which way do you pull?
In Monroe in September, I pulled conventional. I was just playing with that, still fighting some adductor problems. But recently, I've been pulling sumo, and my conventional and sumo have always been neck and neck.
Well, that's
Man,
nice.
I can't say that about me.
What are you
getting there? I'm trying to
doing
get my
in April?
sumo up.
In April, I would like to pull sumo probably. My sumo's been. I'm hitting the same weights conventional and sumo, but sumo's just moving a whole lot easier. Plus, it's not as taxing after I hit a squat. So I'm gonna pull sumo. I'm hoping to hit about 550 or 560.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah. So I guess you said you started out just doing bench only and stuff. So I guess that's also why your bench is so high.
Yeah, I started out. I was that typical guy going to the gym doing bench press and then hitting some bicep curls and doing heavy straight bar curls in the squat rack and all kinds of stuff like that.
Oh man, in the squat rack.
Yeah, I was one of those guys.
But now you're one of those guys that got the big bench. Maybe I should have curled in the squat rack. But what's a week of training kind of look like for you? How do you go about structuring your stuff? Do you do it yourself? You got someone to do it for you?
I do my own programming. I work a pretty weird schedule. I work Tuesday to Saturday. So normally my heavy squat day is on a Sunday whenever I'm able to actually squat heavy. And that'll be Sunday. Then Monday I'll go in pretty early and I'll do bench press and triceps. Okay. I always train my lockout really hard because that's where I fail on my bench the most of the time. Wednesday I take off. That's a rest day for me. Then Thursday I'll go in and do deadlifts. I'll train a little bit of shoulders, hit some shoulder accessories, and Friday I'll probably squat and bench, kind of more of a dynamic day, and do any accessories that I didn't get to hit on Sunday or Monday, and then I'll take off Saturday.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty solid.
Yeah. And recently I've been doing a lot of cardio, so I've been in the gym a little bit longer.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's not fun.
What are you doing for your cardio?
I just I put on a waist wrap to try to get my body temperature high. I'll throw on a hoodie and I'll hit about 20 or 25 minutes on the elliptical. Just something to get me sweating.
Do you do this before or after you work out?
I do it after.
Okay.
Because if I do it first, I don't think I'm going to be able to talk myself into hitting my numbers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I get that.
I was just wondering if you were using it as a way to warm up.
No.
I gotcha.
I mean, normally to warm up, I'll foam roll. I'll try to rub some spots out with the lacrosse ball. I've got a one of those Spud bow ties that Donnie Thompson made. I love that thing.
I don't think I've seen one of those.
Yeah, it goes around your back and it holds your shoulders.
Okay.
It's
you remember
cool.
Parlier used to wear one of them.
Yeah, I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, I gotcha.
Yep.
So what do you do for your lockout? You said you train your lockout quite a bit. What exercise?
I like to overload with the slingshot. I like to use that a lot. I do a bunch of JM presses. JM presses are pretty fun. Yeah. I do press downs, bunch of press downs. Just try to really overload the triceps because I've never really failed a bench coming off of my chest. I've always failed it 2 or 3 inches from my lockout.
Yeah.
Have you ever done any board presses?
I have, but the gym that I go to right now, they don't have any boards. But I've been looking into those bench blocks. Those look pretty cool. And they just clip onto the bar.
Yeah, whoever came up with that's a smart person.
Yeah, they are.
I remember I had to get creative one time. This was back when I was like 14 or something. I was still training with Jason Cravey. But man, I think I want to say one time I used a water bottle.
Oh, no way.
I taped it. I taped it to my shirt, I think.
I guess a water bottle is kind of like a 2-board.
That works.
I think that's what I did. I don't remember it working out too well.
Yeah.
But it was hard, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, because you can't just like lay it on like you would a board. You gotta hover. You gotta kind of hover.
Was it a plastic water bottle? Was it crunching when you got on your chest?
Yeah, I think it was crunching.
Man, you were just doing touch and goes then.
It was just a regular bench.
I would like bring it down and like it would crunch and I would like pause it there and then I would go back up. I don't know.
Yeah, you weren't getting nothing out of that, man.
I know. I was trying to figure something out.
I'll try to work those into my program.
Yeah.
Water bottle lockouts.
Have you ever done any band work?
I have. I did it, I think, when I was getting ready for the competition last April. I did a little bit of conjugate stuff, but it was all speed work.
Okay.
Yep.
Because another thing that help out that lockout is doing reverse bands to where you tie them to the top of the rack.
Oh, yeah. I've never really done reverse bands.
Yeah, man, those things are nice. Like, not only do they kind of help you with your confidence.
Yeah.
But, like, it's pretty good for a bench lockout.
And for a raw, drug-free person, I would suggest doing reverse bands more than regular bands. Just because it's not as taxing on your nervous system.
Yeah. I've done reverse band squats before, but I've never done it on bench press.
Yeah, we'll do it deadlifting. We'll do them for everything.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it all helps that lockout.
Yeah.
So, when did you start like actually start training like a powerlifter and stuff like that?
No, I was probably 18. I was in college. I was a 242 at the time, but I was like a chunky 240 or a chunkier 242. And my first competition that I did full power, it was USAPL, and I totaled I think 1240. And I remember I squatted like 408, and I bench pressed 369, and I deadlifted like 451. And people were just like, you need to catch those other lifts up with your bench press because you're almost bench pressing what you squat.
Yeah. Back in the day, I was a chunky 242.
Yep.
I was more of a fat 242. But,
so what were you weighing when you were 275?
Oh, I wasn't a full 275. I think I was like 261.
Okay.
But my goal at that time was to get into the 275 class because I was going after some of the 18, 19-year-old records in USPA.
Gotcha.
So I was trying to be as heavy as possible.
So what'd you end up doing to drop down to 220? Just kind of do the cardio stuff you're doing now?
That was my sophomore year in college. I just started. I changed my diet and stopped eating typical college student food, and I bought some chicken and a George Foreman, and I just ate that for an entire semester.
The entire semester?
Pretty much.
How many different ways did you figure out how to cook chicken?
I had different kind of seasonings. I put everything on it that I could, but I changed from eating the typical cafeteria food and the ramen noodles to something that was actually good for me.
Did you live on campus?
Yeah. I lived on campus all 4 years.
So you had to like sneak your George Foreman in?
No, I lived in the Charlotte has like apartment residence halls, so there's kitchens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you didn't get in trouble.
I don't think I could have cooked that much chicken secretly.
Like, man, this room is smelling real good.
Hey, what's your favorite way to prepare chicken on that George Foreman? What's your favorite spice?
I don't use the George Foreman anymore, but it used to be the lemon pepper.
The lemon pepper.
That was good.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Y'all making me hungry.
The George Foreman.
Yep.
That's a classic.
Hey, that thing was only like $60, and I got every dollar I paid out of
it. Oh my goodness! If you had to guess, how many chicken breasts do you think you cooked in a week?
Oh, chicken breast? I would get 8 pounds a week, so I don't know how many breasts that is, but
you would go through 8 pounds in a
week?
But
chicken shrinks a whole lot too.
Oh, I mean, that's true, but that's a lot of chicken, man.
Yeah, chicken and rice.
Oh man,
he was on that Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, Ronnie Coleman diet.
Barbecue chicken, masterpiece.
But he would eat like 3 pounds at one time. Though. That was something crazy.
Yeah. So is lifting all you do now? Do you have any other hobbies?
I play video games. I hang out with my dog. I'm married, so that's about it.
The married life.
Married life.
Hey, I'm about to get married in April.
Oh, congratulations! I remember you saying on one podcast you got engaged.
Yeah, and so what I'm doing is I'm asking everyone we podcast until I get married marriage advice, and I'm writing it all down. So you got to tell me, what is your best marriage advice for me?
When I got married, my father-in-law told me that the best marriage advice was yes, honey.
Yes, honey.
That's what he told me.
You still think that's the best marriage advice?
Oh, no. No.
So what's your best marriage advice?
I've known my wife practically all my life. We've been together since we were 14, so she's just my best friend, and we were going out at 10 years after we finally got engaged. So, yeah.
And she's Grayson's sister, right?
Yep.
Cool. So you've known Grayson all your life too, then?
Pretty much. I've known him since he was about probably 4.
Nice.
Oh, cool. So is your advice just get them while they're young?
Yeah. Marry your best friend. There you go.
There you go. I like that.
Marry your best friend. All right. Marry your best friend. Yes, honey.
Is Becky your best friend, Andrew?
Yeah, she's pretty good.
There you go.
At least top 3, right?
Yeah, she up there. She up there on the list. But what kind of video games do you like to play?
I just finished Red Dead Redemption the other week. I was kind of upset about that.
Oh man! Oh, you can't spoil it for Timmy. He hasn't finished it, but I finished. I did it. I beat it.
Just when you think that game's over, it's not.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Have you played online yet?
No, I've not played online.
I get bored on the online, man.
Yeah. I used to do Grand Theft Auto online, and it just became the same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
we knocked the online out, like all the story missions in like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And like after that, it just got boring. Wasn't it even the 2?
Yep.
Well, for the record, it's technically still in beta. So maybe it will get better one day.
Maybe.
But anyways, it's, like Andrew said, it's fun until you get those stories missions over with, and then you're, just riding around doing what you want to.
Yeah.
But I hate you got an Xbox, man.
I know. And how it seems PlayStation's just going to keep making these awesome games that aren't going to be available to Xbox. So I might have to end up caving and get a PS4.
Yeah.
Because I know you do. You got people to play with.
Because I know Spider-Man, I really wanted to play that, but that's only on PS4.
Oh, that's a good game, man.
Yeah. Man.
Like, Andrew has a Switch, but
okay.
Spider-Man's my favorite game of last year. Like, I think I like it better than Red Dead.
Really?
But I haven't finished Red Dead either. But anyways, the reason I bring up the Switch is because, Andrew, didn't you say you like Breath of the Wild the best?
Man, Breath of the Wild, man. Oh, what a great game. That was probably, I mean, if I would have played that game back in 2017, like, man, what a great game. That's probably one of my favorites I've played in the past 2 years.
I've not played that. But I have been looking into getting a Switch. Those things are pretty neat.
Yeah, they
I'd
are.
like to get one too.
I also just started the other day. I started God of War on the PS4. That's actually turning out to be a really good game. I haven't played much. Maybe I might have played 4 hours, 5 hours.
Okay.
But it's a really fun game. It's a lot different than the other ones.
Okay.
That's another exclusive, ain't it?
Yeah.
Man.
Bum, bum, bum.
It got Game of the Year in 2018. I mean, I don't really know how much that's just based on, I guess, credits or whatnot. But
yeah, it's
pretty good. Apparently it's got a really good story and the combat's really fun. The gameplay is really great. So I'll see how that game goes. But yeah, Zelda Breath of the Wild, man, that's a good game. If you ever get a Switch, I recommend that.
Okay, cool.
And the Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon, you want to play some white light, red light?
Oh yeah.
White light, red light.
Let's do it.
You want me to go first, Andrew?
Yeah, man.
All right. So, white light or red light, having to walk out your squat during a competition?
White light.
Yeah?
Absolute white light. I've done competitions on a mono before, and I still chose to walk my squat out.
Have you ever trained, like, using a monolift?
I have a few times, and I just can't get settled right.
It's different.
Yep. It's something that you really have to practice.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's true. I mean, when you're used to walking it out, it just gets ingrained into your brain.
Exactly.
Like we say all the time, it's part of the lift.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the hardest part.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, you're right, especially in wraps.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, this is definitely the hardest part of the lift. I'm good if I can just stand up and get in the right spot.
People don't get it, man, but if you learn that monolift, you can add 30 pounds just not having to walk it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a skill.
Yeah, man.
Definitely a skill.
Go ahead, Andrew.
All right. White light, red light, squat shoes, like Olympic squat shoes, raised heel stuff.
I'll white light that one too. I go back and forth. I like squatting in flats, but I prefer to squat in my I think I always pronounce them wrong. The Romaleos.
I think that's right. The Romaleos.
Yep.
I think that's how you say it.
Okay.
What don't they have like a bunch of different versions of them?
They have the 2s and 3s, and I got a pair of 3s, and I don't like them, so I just kept using my 2s.
Okay. What was different?
They're a lot thinner, and they're really light. The thing I liked about the 2s were they were heavy, and they felt more secure.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a pair of those. I had a pair of the Adidas Adi Powers.
Those are supposed to be really good too.
Yeah, I liked them. I just went back to flats.
Yeah.
They were cool though. They were narrow though. If you have really wide feet, you probably shouldn't get those shoes.
Yeah. Yep.
You got another one, Timmy?
All right. So, white light, red light. Sniffing ammonia.
I'm gonna go 2-1 on that one. Two white lights. It depends on the lift.
So what do you break it out for?
I like to break it out on squats, but my problem is I hit it too hard and then I just mess myself up.
So there's the one red light.
And my eyes start to water. But if I hit it just right, then I can use that extra momentum from it, I guess. I really like to do it on squats and not so much on bench. I like to have more of a level head bench pressing.
You know, I've always wondered what would happen if I brought ammonia to my work while I'm programming. If I can't figure something out, I just go, hey, let's screw that thing. I start sniffing
it. Your brain just clears out.
Brain clears out. I start banging on the keyboard.
There you go.
So this isn't a white light, red light, but since we're talking about chicken, what's your favorite chicken joint?
Let's see. Pretty much anywhere with hot wings. I'm a sucker for some hot wings.
So what's your favorite wing place?
There's a place I really like in South Carolina, Carolina Ale House. They got some good hot wings.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, but it's a chain, I think. But
is it?
Yeah, I think there's one because I've been to 2 of them. I've been to the one in South Carolina. I think there's one in North Carolina too.
Oh.
But they got some Carolina Ale House. Yeah.
Okay.
They got some good hot wings there.
Hot wings. All right. Final white light, red light question.
No.
All right. White light, red light, whitey tighties under the singlet.
Red light unless it's in the rule book.
I like your cover up there.
Yeah, because there's some federations that they make you do it.
Yeah.
But I hate it.
Oh man.
I'm
a boxer brief kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm like compression shorts, something tight, but not too supportive.
Yeah,
good answer.
Random equipment check.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask you to take your singlet off,
sir. Hold the platform. Well, Mr. Arthur, you got anything you want to say? Any words of encouragement for anybody getting in powerlifting, or any shout outs, or just anything? The floor is yours.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Iron Boy's super fun. It's one of my favorite federations to compete in. As for powerlifting, I think everybody should do at least one powerlifting meet in their life. And that's about all I got.
Do you want to plug your Instagram or anything?
Oh, sure. You can follow me at BArthur220. If I make 198, I'll change it.
Hey.
And just Brandon Arthur on Facebook. I don't have Twitter or anything like that.
Sweet.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening to this episode with Brandon Arthur, the bench press maniac. And he knows where you live. He knows you've been purchasing, and he knows you spent way too much on those chicken breasts. He knows how to cook that George Foreman with that lemon pepper. So don't try and one up on people. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate it as always. Keep up with Brandon. Go follow him on Instagram and watch him hit elite. When he hits 198, we're out of here, people.
We're out.
See ya.
Up next is the Western Carolina Powerlifting Open on February 2nd in Morganton, North Carolina. Come help us usher in the new year.
Please subscribe and thank you for listening. Be sure to follow @CheckMyTotal on Instagram for all the latest updates.